Dustin Sahlmann, give us your assessment of tonight's game, which was a victory for the Lady Lions against Mississippi Valley State.
Sure. You know, I was happy with the way we came out and set the tone in the first set. We had a little hiccup in set number 2. We got things going back again in set 3. You know, we talk every day about being consistent and, you know, not having peaks and valleys. And I thought, you know, said we had a little bit of a hiccup in set 2, but overall we played pretty consistently, kept the tempo up, and came out on top.
20 games. How many more are there to go for the season?
12.
12 more games for the season.
Yes.
Where are we in terms of conference play and where we stack up for the?
Yeah, well, right now we've only played 2 conference matches. You know, we're 1-1, so we're sitting, you know, just kind of right there in the middle, right, kind of where I wasn't hoping to be, but where I thought we would be. So what we got coming up, we leave Thursday evening to go to Jackson, Mississippi to play in the SWAC Roundup, which is going to be, we get to play each of the Eastern Division opponents. So we get 2 matches on Friday and 3 matches on Saturday.
Is there any one of those teams that in particular you look forward to playing, or perhaps you are not looking forward to playing?
No, really, I'm looking forward to playing all of them. You know, we've seen Mississippi Valley State obviously twice. We get to see them again. We get Jackson State, which we saw at our first tournament of the year, Mississippi State, but we did not play them. So, so we kind of know a little bit about what they look like. We get to see Alabama State, Alabama A&M, who we haven't seen yet, and then you know, so, and then Alcorn as well. So, you know, looking forward to seeing what the other side of the conference looks like, and hoping we can come out with a good weekend.
Coach, if I'm not mistaken, you guys have beaten Mississippi Valley State twice this year, both times 3-0. Is this a fair barometer of where the Lady Lions are, or is this simply a testament to perhaps the level of the competition?
You know, I think a lot of it has to do with what I've noticed is we play different against different opponents, and when it's anybody within our conference, it seems like our level of play and focus and attention is at a little bit higher level. So I think that has a little bit to do with it, but you know, we play at a higher level against these teams for whatever reason. So
would that explain a bit of the Monticello game and just both games against UA Monticello this season?
Yeah, you know, we had a little bit different situation going on when we were there, you know, earlier this week. With some situations, but so our lineup was a little bit different. But you know, when we played them, you know, a while back, it wasn't a good result either. And I think it's, you know, that has a lot to do with it. We acted uninterested. We played uninterested, and you know, that's why what happened.
It's been a week since the Texas Southern game. Has that changed the mood of the team for better or worse?
No, you know, that result made us real hungry. That left a pretty bad taste in our mouths as far as, you know, letting one get away. And I think that, you know, we get to see them again, you know, coming up pretty soon, and we're looking forward to it.
So far, what is your overall sizing up of the season for the Lady Lions of volleyball? Where are they in terms of last year and in terms of where you thought they would be at this point?
Sure. You know, we're probably at this point in the season right about where we were last year. I feel like that we have the potential to end up in a better situation. Not that the situation was bad last year, but I feel like that if we continue to play that level of volleyball against our conference opponents, I feel like that we're gonna put ourselves into a better seed going into the conference tournament and set ourselves up for the potential to finish a little bit better than we did last year.
Thank you for your time tonight.
All right, you're welcome, Tariq. Thanks.
Right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Kayla, Dowdell, give us your assessment of tonight's victory over Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi is a good competition, but we get a chance to actually run our offense and do different things. Tonight the game was a little bit slow, but I'm glad that we came out and took care of our side of the court. We went out and we didn't play down to their level. It wasn't slow. Although we did have some peaks and valleys, we went out and we executed our game plan and got the W.
Okay, and so far, how do you feel about the overall direction of the team this season?
I feel like just because it's a new season, we came in with so many transfers and freshmen, we had some hiccups. But right now we're on a roll and we're looking good to compete in conference play. The only team that we lost to was Texas Southern, and they lost to Southern, which kind of we knew ourselves that we shouldn't have lost that game. But then that proved it even more that when we go out there and we play like we're supposed to, nobody in this conference can really play with us or beat us. So we're looking forward to the SWAC.
Was the Texas Southern game a turning point for the team?
It was, because we saw like it is one of the toughest teams in the conference. Not to take anything away from them, they are one of the hardest teams out there. But to go out and see that we can beat them easily, even though we went and lost that game because we couldn't pull it back together in the end. But to see that that's the level of play that we're going to go against, it made us really confident about the rest of the season and SWAC.
Okay, what's the deal with the Lady Lions and UA Montessori? You guys have lost 2 games.
It's like I guess a little sister, big sister rivalry. Not really concerned with those losses because they're not really like conference. Yeah, but you know we should go out and play our hardest each game. But I really don't know. I think it's like our kryptonite. Honestly, it might might just be our Achilles tendon.
And finally, Kayla, what's your view of the upcoming SWAC roundup?
I'm excited because last year when we went into SWAC, we played teams that we had never played before from the other side. So I'm excited to be able to play those teams and get a look at how SWAC might turn out. Like I said, we've already got a chance to play Texas Southern, which is one of the toughest teams in the conference. So it'll be a chance for us to get to see Alabama State, which is the returning champion, and Jackson State, which is the only loss that we had last year outside the one that put us out of SWAC. So I think it's going to be a good chance for us to see how we can do when the actual SWAC comes around.
Thank you for your time, Kayla.
Thank you.
My name is Sydney Stanmore, and I'm a sophomore DS on the team. My assessment of tonight, I feel like it was a confidence game for us. We should always go out and beat the easy teams, but we have to capitalize on things that we necessarily haven't been doing well, and I think we've picked up on that with this game. So I think it was a good confidence builder as far as us coming together as a team.
How do you feel about where the team is this year versus last year? You were on the team last year, right?
Right.
How would you compare this year's team to last year's?
I feel like we have the right mindset as far as the goals we want to achieve. We have some girls that most of the girls have come back, so we've played at least a year with the other ones besides the transfers and the incoming freshmen. So I think with the mix of girls that have played together and mixing in the new girls, we're able to propel a little faster than we would have last year because we had a big freshman class last year.
Okay, and finally, what do you think about the upcoming SWAC roundup?
Like Kayla said, I'm excited for the SWAC roundup. It'll give us a chance to see the other side. It'll be some good competition, great games, and overall prepare us for the SWAC tournament.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm John Johnson. I'm a Tiller, Arkansas. I support the Golden Lions and the Lady Lions. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Sharon Johnson.